Hello again. We are here in another video. Yes, a video. And today we will be talking with Peter and Sophie, my favorite panel, about 9 ways of destroying a meeting. We will be a little bit more on the how to do it badly. Normally we are on the way how to do it well, and this time is the reverse. So let's do our round, the first round. Let's start with Sophie. Give me one way of destroying a meeting.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Hello, everyone who's listening. I would like to talk about some of the great suppression techniques that's available to destroy a meeting and make the outcome be less than it could be. And the first one, I think it's a great way of making someone a bit smaller than they are, and it's about ignoring some people and making them invisible in the meeting. And of course, in a great meeting, everybody makes a point and it's valid and everybody are listening to it. But if you are ignoring some people's ideas, or maybe even try to convert some people's ideas and make them your own ideas, that's a great way to destroy a meeting and make people a bit sort of annoyed, and they're not that comfortable. So that's my tip number one.
Got my sound. Peter, your turn.
Okay, so a really good way to I don't know whether it destroys a meeting, but it doesn't help the meeting, is to make it all about you and your agenda. So it's all about you. Make sure that you just talk about you and what you think. And like Sophie said, you don't take any interest in what anyone else thinks, and not consider the greater good. Because if you think about it, meetings are really designed to serve everyone, and if it's in a business context, it's designed to serve the business. But if you make it all about you and your agenda and not take any interest in the greater good, then that will make a mess of the meeting.
Mine is lack of purpose. That is connected with what you are saying, because many times we think about, okay, we need to do this meeting. If we are organizers, let's say other organizers, would like to do like a kind of ego trip. So everybody's entering. My purpose is to boost my self-esteem, because everybody will be talking to me and saying what they are doing, what it's important for them. But all the rest will be doing something else, even if they don't have any gadget, and we will talk about that. They will be like with the brain hanging with the coat, they enter the room, they hang the coat, and they hang the brain, and they are like amoebas, because there is lack of purpose. Why we are there? To spend the time because our boss demands us. So Sophie, next one.
Thank you. Yeah, my second point is about making like a joke. When someone's trying to make a point and say something that's important for them, make a joke and make their point disappear. And I was in a meeting quite recently, and we were talking about personal safety. And I then mentioned that when I'm leaving the train and I walk to my car to drive home, I sometimes feel it's not safe for me to walk from the train to the car. And I said, well, there can be someone hiding between two cars. And a man in the group were like making a joke, haha, but if there is someone else there, you're not alone. I'm like, yeah, very funny. So he was like trying to destroy my whole point about personal safety. And this was about in a meeting where the point was to talk about how to make society better. So, I would say it was inappropriate to make that joke. So ridiculous someone's point, and that point will probably not be noticed that much.
Okay, Peter, your turn.
Okay, here's a great one. Turn up
Oh,
late.
good. That, Peter, I have some friends that are comedians, and this is something that we agree. You never put expectations high. Because now we are waiting for a great point.
Well, I had some great momentum. I was all excited and enthusiastic, so you've now done exactly the thing to destroy the meeting. I've lost my enthusiasm. So, yeah. Will I still share my point?
Yes.
Or should we just move on to yours?
No,
the really good one.
We will be the judge of how great it is.
The great one is going to be yours. I mean, I think it's great, but we all know that yours is going to be the greater one. So if anyone else apart from you is interested, a really good way of destroying a meeting is to turn up late, but also leave early without warning people that you're going to leave early. People often just have something else they need to get to, so they just walk out of the meeting early, or they say they're about to walk out of the meeting, and if they'd said that at the beginning, everyone would know that anything that they needed to cover relevant to that person they could do. So leaving early is a great thing to destroy a meeting, and so is turning up late, because then it suggests that you don't consider the meeting very important. It either holds the meeting up or you miss things that you should have been there for. So that's mine.
Actually, that's a great point, and connects with mine.
But not as great
that
as
is
yours.
The greatest. Now I managed to put expectations even higher, you know? Because when you don't have a beginning or an ending to a meeting, that's also a way of destroying a meeting. Because what you were saying is people arrive late, but sometimes they arrive late because normally meetings don't start on time. So they know that, okay, they have like 15 minutes margin and they need to do this thing. And if there is a rule that it starts on time and it finishes at the most on time, never overtime, always at the most. So if you do this slot, you avoid the domino effect in the agendas of everybody. Because if you think the meeting will take like 1 hour, but the person that is organizing says, okay, this will be a 2 hours meeting, and at the end it's a 3 hours meeting, you are screwing up everybody's agenda. So that's a way of destroying that meeting and the next ones.
Yeah, that's right. So a really good technique for getting precision is to say the meeting starts at 9:37, because people work through Microsoft Outlook or whatever your calendar has hours, half hours, and people just put meetings in on those slots. But if you say the meeting commences at 9:37, then everyone knows that you really mean 9:37, not around 9:30.
That's a psychological technique.
It is.
Sophie, your last one.
My top tip is to exclude people from the information chain. So make sure that they don't get the proper information before the meeting, and then you're trying to make a decision in the meeting and they cannot make an informed decision. It's perfect because you have to force a decision in the meeting and people will be stressed, and maybe the people who are affected by what you're deciding will not get the benefits that they are what they deserve. So destroy a meeting and destroy the agenda around that topic by not sending the information to some people in the meeting. So it's a great tip.
Okay, Peter, your last one.
This isn't a very good one, but
that is good. Wait now.
So it kind of connects to what we've said before, but don't seek to understand or value the contributions from other people. So assume you know what they mean and assume you know what they think. Don't bother to clarify. Don't bother to show that you're really listening, and repeat back what you think you've heard, and to make sure that you've understood. Just don't bother with any of that. That will really help.
Okay, short and good. You see, much better than now. You lower expectation and then you go for it. Good. So my last one is gadgets are welcome to meetings.
Oh,
bring
yes.
your computer, bring your smartphone, bring everything. And suddenly you have lack of attention, distraction, worse nonverbal communication, worst active listening, and you don't understand what happened because you were working, but it happened. We are not multitaskers, even the women.
And the good thing is we will know how many people have watched this, because we'll hear about people's meetings and say they must have heard our advice because everyone's doing this stuff.
Yeah, because it looks, think about this. I think it's like, this is a bit like the movies, you know? Nowadays, if you want to put like a team meeting or a boardroom, you have gadgets in the movies. You have to have it. It's like, and if they are a certain brand, even better, because they look like they are more hype, okay? But it's stupid, because what really happens is that some people is presenting and others are answering emails. That's it. That's the naked truth about it, is that people are faking that they are in a meeting.
What if people are taking notes on their computer or their tablet, their phone, while they're listening?
But you know, let me give you, and that is an extra tip. The best way to take notes, I know, I put the expectations high, using mind map, because meetings are chaotic, and mind map brings you the possibility of not doing like a list, but to do the connections, and you get a great summary at the end.
So you could have a tablet that you can draw a mind map on then.
Or a computer. I prefer a computer because it's easier in terms of typing. Okay.
So you can bring gadgets.
If you are doing like that.
Yes.
But 99% of people are not doing that. They are taking the opportunity to see, and if there are notifications, somebody in Facebook, somebody in WhatsApp, somebody in it will take priority. So guys, thank you very much for sharing once more. It's always a pleasure to see you guys like this. Someday we will meet in presence. We met in other occasions, but it has been a while since we met. So, and I'm sure that we will not destroy our meeting. Guys, thank you very much, and see you till next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.